My sourdough starter is begging me to make something with it. So I'm gonna try bagels because I've never made bagels before and I found a super easy recipe. I'm gonna be using this recipe. I will tag her down below. It's an easier recipe because you gotta use your stand mixer. All right, I've got my scale and then I'm just gonna use my KitchenAid bowl. This is a dirty another one. Calls for 125 grams of active bubbly starter. It is really bubbly. And I think this makes like 8 bagels. It's a little much. I'm gonna scoop some out. No starter wasted. Now 300 grams of warm filtered water. 302, it's fine. And now we whisk until the starter is dissolved. Now 500 grams of bread flour. 503, it's fine. 12 grams of salt. 13, it's fine. 10 grams of sugar. 11, it's fine. I have the dough hook on my stand mixer and now we knead this on low to medium speed for like 6 to 8 minutes, she said. I'll be back. Okay, it's been about 8 minutes. This was very simple. I'm just gonna get it off the dough hook. Then this just sits on the counter overnight. There's my dough. I'm just gonna cover it with a kitchen towel overnight. Good morning. This is supposed to have doubled in size. It's been 12 hours. Oh yes. Definitely doubled in size. Hands are clean, counter's clean. I'm just gonna dump this on my counter. I this into 8 even, or as even as I possibly can, little balls. I'm just using my bench scraper. I have my 8 even balls. I'm gonna get my hands a little bit wet so it doesn't stick to me, and then we start shaping them. Pull the edges out, I guess, as much as you can. And then fold the edges into the center. Turn it over and create tension. Okay, there's my 8 little donut balls. Meantime, I preheated my oven to 425 and then I'm also gonna get my pot of boiling water started. So water starts boiling, you add a tablespoon of baking soda, and then she added a tablespoon of like barley, which I don't have, but I've heard that honey works great too, so I'll add a little bit of honey to the boiling water as well. It's been 15 minutes, now we're actually gonna shape the donuts. So you just poke a hole in the middle, I guess, and then she said kind of just fling it around your finger until you have a hole. Poke a hole, and then there we go. My water is boiling, and my tablespoon of baking soda, and just a little bit of honey. So lining a cookie sheet with parchment paper. You just boil each bagel for 35 seconds on each side. I'm just doing plain bagels, but if you wanted like everything seasoning, now would be the time to do it when your bagel is coming out of the boiling water. It's nice and wet. Just dip it in everything with bagel seasoning on both sides. After you boil it, I'm just gonna put it on my cookie sheets. Okay, they have all been boiled. So into the oven for 25 to 30 minutes or until they're golden brown. Okay, she said at 25 to 30 minutes. They have been in there for like 40 minutes because they weren't golden brown yet. I'm gonna pull them out because I don't want to overcook them. They do look really good. I mean, not as good as hers, but for my first try, they look good. Let's try one. Look at this. They're so hot, but I want to try. Okay, moment of truth. The inside. Ooh. They look delicious. They're so steamy. Strawberry cream cheese on because yum. Moment of truth. You guys, they are so good. Wow, I did it. Sourdough is always a labor of love, but it is so worth it. Know that these only have flour, water, sugar, salt. Like there's so much crap in bread on the store shelves. Here's your sign to make sourdough bagels. Look how good that one is. Oh, yum.